Hello and welcome to ALW Collectibles. Today we're going to be taking a look at Combiner Wars Constructicon 2015 Long Haul from the Devastator gift set. The Long Haul is the lower body of Devastator. That's a good way to start a video. And he is a chunker. He is a huge piece to this set. I was very impressed with this whole set, like I have through most of the figures. This is probably the only figure I'm really not overly excited about. He's here, but I'm not overall impressed with the overall look on this figure. But that's just me. Do a little size comparison for you right now, as I'm done with each one. This is a Generation 1 Mixmaster, and you can see there is no comparison. He is huge. He does come with an accessory. This piece here is actually the chest plate to Devastator, and it forms his gun. And there's a lot of design on this thing. I like the Decepticon symbol right in the front here. You got some nice detail work through here. And Scrapper's guns will attach to this to make the big chest winged plate on him. That looks pretty cool. And I want to note to collectors, I recently had an incident with mine. This little tiny piece came off. I didn't know it was stressing. It actually goes right here. If you look at the other side, it's a little pin clip that just stress fractured right out and broke on me. It doesn't affect the transformation or anything, but that's just a head up to collectors. So let's take a look at him. I mean, I do like the look. He is a DH 321 mining dump truck is what he's modeled after. And given the size of it, I can understand it. But like I said, he's not one of my favorite Decepticons. He never has been. But overall, the design on this one looks good. You got some nice detail work in here. They didn't skimp on any of this, especially through the front grille. This looks very nice. The cab, there's doorways. Even on the side here, it's got some nice detail coming down the arms. There's the back. Really not much to see throughout the back. Here's the top half. And this is a unique design, how they set this up so these pieces come through the back. I'm just not a big fan of all this gapping back here, but I understand why it's there. Again, same complaint I had with Scrapper. I wish that these pieces inside had been black so the tire would be one color, not two different colors. Very nice art detail right throughout here. And a lot of this in both modes is hidden, so you don't really get the chance to see that often unless you look at it. This will actually form the lower part of Devastator. And he does roll pretty decently. No, not rolling too well on that. Let's move that out of the way for a minute. Quick bio. Long Haul feels as he is the workhorse of the Constructicons. Does all the hard work with very little playtime on the battlefield. In his eyes, he knows his job is important, but feels severely undervalued. He'd rather be fighting than hauling heavy loads. So basically, he's just the workhorse of the team and just feels completely underappreciated for what he does. Not too bad, overall. So we're going to do some transformation. First thing we're going to do, we're going to take the back and pop it. We're going to come to the front, pop it loose, bring it up and over. We're going to come to the legs. Oh, nope, sorry. Hands come next. You're going to pop these purple pieces, I almost said orange, well, open, because these are pegged into the legs. And then we're going to take this section and just bring them out of the way. They're on a double hinge, so you want to flip them out all the way. And you're going to leave this alone for a second. We're going to take at the waist and rotate them. Open it up a little bit. And you're going to take these inside panels and flip them out. Those will actually become his feet. You're going to bring this plate up again. And there's a tab right here. You push on that. That'll bring the head up. This piece is going to come up over the top and clip in right here, this peg. You're going to take this piece, bring it down. There's a peg here, port here, peg right here. I'll clip in just like so. Bring his arm up. And it's just going to lock in. Bring his hand down. Same thing on this side, up and in. And bring his hand down. And that is the chonky Long Haul. And when I said he was chonky, I seriously meant it. I just realized my camera's a little uneven. I'll have to fix that. And he looks like a little brick with arms, in my opinion. Even the original Devastator had the same issue. Like I said, Long Haul was never my ultimate favorite Constructicon. But he is part of the set, and I do respect that. And I think in Devastator, he holds his weight, and he is probably the most weight-bearing of all the figures. So I understand why he has to be like this, but for me, nah, it's just not my biggest figure. Let's take a look at it. You got the silver face, you got a bar mouth, you got a red eyes. And the detail work comes in very nicely. You can see behind his head, you got some grill work back here. These are Devastator ports right here. Those will actually connect the Long Haul later. Grill work's the same, just becomes the chest plate underneath here. Like I said, most of this purple up in here is hidden. There's some nice detail work in here, especially down throughout here. These you saw inside the dump truck. There is a little bit of detail work on the feet. Right here. Down underneath. They even went detail on the feet, which I thought was pretty cool. This stuff. Coming up the sides, you got the big old tires hanging out. Sides of the hands, you saw those in truck mode. But the hands are actually not the greatest detail. Because once you come to the inside, it's just a block and it's all empty and hollow. Unlike the rest that actually have closed hands up to this point. On the back, this I think is a detractor to me now because these are huge openings in the back. Articulation wise, head can go all the way around. It's a pain in the butt, but it can do it. Arms can go all the way around. You do have up and down rotation, and you can repose this if you want. That is on a double hinge. Wrist, nothing, but elbow, he has an in and out for transformation. That is all. Waist. Because of the back of the dump truck, it's right in the waist. You really don't have waist rotation. You have to pop the back, but he can go all the way around. Leg can go forward. Not the greatest because of this piece right here. It blocks it right with that. Back, this does move. So if you pop that and move this, he's got pretty deep back kick, but you have to move everything to do it. Outward. And he does have knee swivel. If that was not in the way. Knee swivel. And it goes only to this point without giving you trouble. Mine is exceedingly tight, as you can see. A little more. He does have knee bend, and it's a very good knee bend. And nothing at the ankle except in and out rotation. In and out rotation. Wow. In and out. I mean, overall, honestly, I understand he's the main body. He's got to be bulky to accommodate the weight of the toy. But for me, just not my favorite. And he can hold his gun. And for comparison, Here he is with the original Bone Crusher. Again, massive size difference. Very massive. So this is video number 4 of Combiner Wars Constructicon Devastator. He is still considered a Voyager class toy for the line, despite his size. Personally, comparing him to like Bone Crusher, I'd put him a little bit higher than a Voyager, maybe in between a Voyager and a Leader, but closer to the Voyager. So that's it. That is everything on Long Haul Combiner Wars Constructicon 2015. This is ALW. If you like what you see, hit the like button. If you want to subscribe, please feel free. Thank you to all my channel subscribers. Comments are always welcome. And not much more I can say about this guy, except I'll be honest. In any form in the Green Devastator or Orange Devastator set, I've not really been a fan of Long Haul. But I understand why he's there for the transformation. So I'll leave it at that. Thank you very much. Have a good day.